Equine therapy can be done in a lot of different ways. Different people do it differently. Um, so, mainly what I do is I work with a herd of horses that are very attached to each other. They're like a family unit, and they are out in a pasture. And I bring clients out there and we observe the behavior of the horses with each other. And then I ask questions about what the horses are doing and what their behavior means. And the clients will always answer these questions from their own point of view and from their own life experience. So it elicits a conversation about the client's life without actually talking about the client's life. So it's kind of one step removed. So when you're in the office, you're sitting down face to face, and it can be threatening, to talk like that for some people. So for some people, it's a lot easier to come out. You're outside, you're watching the horses, and then as I ask questions, different life experiences will come up. Well, that I'll ask maybe what is that horse? Why is that horse pushing that horse away? And one person might say, well, that one horse is bullying the other horse, and then we get into a whole conversation about how does that horse feel? What can that horse do differently? And someone else might say, oh, they're playing. So everybody comes at this from their own perspective and their own life story. So their life stories actually play out on the pasture through the horses, and we just ask the questions. And so the clients leave feeling as if they've learned something about themselves, but not. It's a really really cool way to do things. The other thing we can do with the horses is just spend time with them and groom them and breathe with them. So if people aren't interested in doing a psychotherapy type of treatment, you can just come in and have maybe an anxiety lessening kind of experience where you're sharing breath with the horse, grooming the horse, walking with the horse, and horses will respond to your energy because they are prey animals. So they're always watching their environment, and in that way, they're very in tune to what is in their environment. And if you're coming in and you're angry or you're anxious or you're feeling something that's stressful, the horses are going to pick up on that and they're going to give you feedback about how you are feeling in that moment. They might not want to come near you. They might, turn their backs to you. And then I'll also ask questions at that point. How is this feeling for you? What's going on in your body? What can you change right now? And then they can learn how to handle their anxiety and anger in the moment and the horse will give them immediate feedback. If they are able to change their body to be calm and centered and relaxed, the horse is going to feel that too, because a horse's job is to stay safe, and they're only going to feel safe if their environment feels safe to them. And it doesn't feel safe if somebody's anxious or angry or upset. So yeah, the horses are just such a wonderful way for people to get to know themselves, um, and it's different than anything else. You read it? Yeah. Hmm. Well, I feel like personally, I feel like being a therapist is somewhat like being an artist, and every single person comes in looking for something that will touch them, and my job is to help them find it through different means, whether that be just listening or giving them tools or going to equine therapy. We work together as a team to figure out what it is will help them be their best selves. So, first of all, it's about the relationship. Number one, they need to feel safe and connected, and then from there, we can try different ways to help them feel better. Well, depending on what they're coming in for, a lot of clients will have aha moments and realize why they might be reacting a certain way to certain things and where this is coming from in their lives. And it gives them a sense of a little more agency and power in their own life if they can recognize why or what's the cause of their behaviors. So that's a big one. People also leave with the horses just in the day feeling more relaxed and at ease, and because mainly they've been outside, and they feel calm. So yeah, those two things. Well, as far as the equine therapy a lot of people think that they're riding the horses, or actually really interacting with the horses, which in this type of equine therapy we really don't do. We're mainly standing on the ground. We're observing. We leave it up to the horses as to whether they want to have interaction with us. So yeah, that's what people don't seem to understand with the equine therapy sometimes. Um, with conventional therapy, it's all, to me, it's about the connection between the therapist and the client. And a misconception might be that, for no other reason, the client isn't feeling it's working. It might be that there's just not that connection there, and that's okay. And they can move on. It doesn't always have to work out the way they expect it to, and that's okay for everybody. But to recognize that from the start is probably better than having it go on. It's really the only facility that I'm aware of, and I've been around for a while that includes everything, and it's so open to so many different ways of healing that you can come here and go into so many different types of services and find the thing that works for you personally. So um, that's the thing. I don't think there's anywhere else that would have all of these different modalities combined under one roof, and everybody has the same kind of openness of heart together, and we're all working together to help people feel better. So the vibe is just very open and inviting, and just real.